Welcome back to the channel, to another Bang & Olufsen video. I have a love-hate relationship with this brand. Sometimes the things annoy me and sometimes I love them. But as always, I am totally honest with my opinions because these are not paid or loaned items from Bang & Olufsen. So I recently bought this A5 and as you know, I made a video about the H95s, these beautiful headphones that I've had for a while, and they're a bit heavy. They have their problems and issues. The case is even heavier and no one uses it, so it's just a waste of aluminium and a lot of money put on this which could be used elsewhere. But I'm happy that the successor of these headphones is much better, both in terms of the quality of sound, and they've fixed all the issues and complaints that I had from this one, and they've released the H100. It should be called H1500 because it's 1,500 euros. It's insanely expensive. This thing was about 1,000 or 1,100 euros, and I thought that was way too expensive for headphones. And now they've gone and outdone themselves and put the price even higher. But the sucker that I am, I went and bought them. So here they are. But compared to this heavy case, these are really light. So it's like almost this much, maybe half the weight of this and this. Personally, I prefer this leather case, and for those I bought a separate leather case to carry them around. But this is really nice, good quality. It has a little pocket to keep your cables or charger in it if you need to, although the battery lasts for 30 hours or more. You don't really need to charge them, but it's a very beautiful case. I have to give it to them that they have done a great job. You can tell it's luxurious and good quality. The headphones themselves, they're also very lovely, and the touch and feel. I wasn't sure about the silver with black because it looked very basic to me when I first saw them, and I thought, spending 1,500 euros for something that looks like from the 70s. But over time they grew on me, and when I went to buy them I had the choice of 3 colors, and I chose these because they looked elegant, classy, simple, understated. These ones are quite flashy, so when you walk around it makes a statement. These ones, it's like if you know, you know, otherwise people would think you're just wearing some cheap headphones. And that's good because you want to enjoy music for yourself, not to show off to others. Right, let's talk about the sound quality of these, because I assume that's why you're here. Unfortunately, I can't portray or convey the sound quality through a YouTube video, but what I can tell you is that when I compare the Beoplay H95s, which are these, with these, I would say on a scale of 10, if these are 7.5 or 7, these are 10. So they are the best you can get, I think, so far. Out of all the headphones that I have tried, I'm sure people have their own opinions and there must be more out there that are more expensive and much nicer. But I suppose it depends on our ears and our hearing capabilities. What I found very annoying about my own ears is that I can't differentiate between lossless and the normal AAC. I've done so many tests and things. I can appreciate the depth and I can appreciate that it's clearer, but if you played the same song in one after another, one in lossless and one in the normal, I wouldn't be able to tell you which one is lossless. When I'm listening to lossless music, I really enjoy it. So with these ones, I have a DAC converter which I used to plug in, and then through the DAC converter I would plug it into my phone, and then I would get very good quality sound. But it was too many cables and kerfuffles, and yeah, these headphones were always heavy and chunky, and this is something I did not like. So when I put them on, I have good noise isolation anyway, and then you switch them on, the noise cancellation is brilliant, but somehow this whole thing is too heavy on the head. The headphones seem to be constantly pressing down. So after wearing them for a while, your ears and your scalp starts to hurt. So I took them to work and I wore them for about 3-4 hours, and during my calls and things, and in the end I got tired. Sound quality, not disappointed. It's very good. The Bang & Olufsen app allows you to customize it to your taste, so that's really amazing. But this thing is another level. So first of all, they have done a lot of jiggery pokery and gizmos with the electronics and the app and the software on this. So when you put them on, they automatically switch on. You don't need to press a button or something, and then you take them off and they switch off. So now that I've just put them on, it's made this really beautiful little tune to tell me that they're on. And then you have the same controls that you had on the other ones, volume control, and this one has the noise cancellation, or you can customize it. So they've done a lot of customization. Those ones, you couldn't customize these two rings on either side. Then you had the forward and back for tracks, but that was it. I think there is a button on these to control Siri or other voice assistant that you might have. But on these headphones, they've done it on both. So you have both of these are touch sensitive, and then you have this Siri button or voice assistant button on both sides. So it depends on which hand, because I usually am walking the dog or in the shopping mall or doing groceries. Then if I have my headphones, depending on which hand I'm using to hold the bag, I can just use the other one. So it's very handy. The other great thing about these headphones is that the microphones are really, really amazing. So the sound quality when you're on a phone call is fantastic. So a lot of the times I use these Apple headphones when I'm at work, because when I'm on calls or things, I do a lot of video calls and meetings on Teams or on my phone. So they are very handy and useful because the sound quality on the microphones is amazing. The noise cancellation is good. For music, they're okay, but they're not audiophile quality. Whereas these ones are amazing. Right now, I have noise cancellation switched on, and I'm talking, but it's not uncomfortable. I don't have that, when you feel a pressure on your ear when you put something with noise cancellation on, it seems like it's touching your eardrums somehow without touching it. No, none of that. Really nice, comfortable. The weight on these seems to be less, but they're still not as comfortable. I think the headband on this, which I was very skeptical about, the mesh, is actually much nicer and comfortable. I wear them for like 6 hours a day if I'm in meetings all day. No problem. These ones, you get a little tired. Also, maybe they're very new, so the headphones are really pressing my ears a lot. But the leather on this is beautiful and soft and comfortable. The headband has this removable thing that you can replace if it gets dirty. Maybe you can even wash it, I don't know. Haven't tried it. It's magnetic, so it goes back. These cups are also removable and magnetic, which is always the same with all of the Bang & Olufsen, well, most of them. The H9s you had to rotate them to remove them, which was better because if you are walking around with a jacket or things and you remove them, sometimes they fall off and it's very annoying. So these things, on the other hand, you can buy 3 of these for the price of these. They are very good. So I'm not saying that you shouldn't buy these. If your budget is around the price of these AirPods Max, then go for it. You won't be disappointed. They are really, really good. And this case that everyone moans about, I was skeptical, but then once I got it, I realized it's actually very good. It doesn't take too much space. It protects the AirPods properly. It switches them off when they're in the case. So overall, it does a very good job. And I just put them in my briefcase, and yeah, these ones feel lighter compared to these. But when you put them on your head, these ones have more pressure, the Bang & Olufsen ones, compared to these. But again, it could be down to the fact that they're very new. When I bought these, they were hurting my ears for about a month, and then they got softer and nicer. So the thing is, these ones you can fold them, and then if you have a soft leather bag or even a fabric pouch, you can put them in your bag. So they take less space than these, while these ones don't fold, so they're kind of the biggest. But I currently just put them in their case, and when they're in the case, it's quite convenient. First of all, I know that the case is designed for them, so it's not going to damage anything. And then I just, instead of putting it down, I put it in my briefcase facing down, so the narrow part goes down and the top is a bit wider, so it fits very nicely. It has a little Bang & Olufsen embossed on it. And yeah, overall, I'm really happy with the quality, the functionality, the music. Oh my god, the sound quality is fantastic, and they've just updated the software recently, so now you can plug a cable directly into your phone, a USB-C cable, and then you can get lossless music directly. And I have tried it on with and without lossless, using the same songs. In some songs I can tell the difference, in other songs I can't, but I guess it also depends on how they were recorded, when and where. What I've also come to realize is that the old songs like, I don't know, Beatles or Marvin Gaye, and a lot of the older musicians, Led Zeppelin and the like, Rolling Stones, their recordings are much nicer than the modern ones, because they've used, I don't know, acoustic instruments placed in good studios with good microphones, so you can actually feel the separation of the instruments, whereas modern music, I don't know how they do it, if it's synthesized or not recorded very well, but it just kind of all blends into one. You have to listen out for different instruments, but they're not separated. They also have spatial audio that they support now, which I thought those did as well. Hard to tell now. I haven't been using these a lot because I decided that I'm going to sell them, and plus at work I'm using these, so they have Dolby Atmos and spatial audio and all that, so these ones became my everyday dailies. But then since I bought these, now they are my dailies, because I think now I've decided I'm going to sell these and I'm going to sell those, because the more headphones you have, the more difficult it is for you to decide which ones to use and what you do. So I had this like, oh, these are the ones that are the cheapest, so if I lose them or drop them or something, I'm not that bothered. So I was using them all the time, dog walking and everything. So they became my everyday headphones, and these ones were for like, oh, nice holidays and trips. But I would rather have one item that I enjoy properly, fully, and make use of it, because like this one I paid a lot of money for, and if you calculate how many times I used it, the cost over time for the use doesn't justify it. Whereas if I just have one and I use it all the time, then I'm more likely to make the best use of it. I've also made videos about my Beoplay EX, the in-ear Bang & Olufsen earphones, and they are amazing. So when I'm trying to do anything sporty, or which I pretend to do, I don't really do much sports, but if I'm on the move and I don't want something big on my head, then I put those in, and amazing sound quality. I was considering buying the Beoplay E11 because the E10s are the ones I have, and but the price, I mean, they keep putting the prices up so much, so I decided against it. But maybe when I sell these two, then for that money I can buy those. Plus, what I didn't know about Bang & Olufsen is that if you add these devices to your app, it automatically links them to your account and registers it, which gives you an extended warranty. So, for example, these ones have a 5-year warranty now, and every part in these headphones is replaceable. So if the battery is dead, or the speaker is dead, or I don't know, the Bluetooth chip is dead, they're completely sustainability, environmentally friendly, so you can replace everything. That's why they've given you a 5-year warranty. But the Beoplay EX that I had, one of them used to run out of battery, I don't know, half the time of the other. So I looked up online and they had the 3-year warranty, and mine were only 2 years old. So I sent them back because they said just send us back and we'll fix it. Instead, they've sent me a brand new set. So I'm not even using it. I'm just gonna put it online and sell it, because then with these two and the Beoplay EX, if I sell all 3 of them, then I can just buy the Beoplay E11 and then have one for in-ear and the other one for my everyday normal use. The thing is that the one feature that I really love on the Apple AirPods and AirPods Max is the ability to move from one device to another. So if I play music on my phone and then I pause it and I go to my iPad, or if I go to my Mac, every device that I move to, my earphones automatically connect. If I switch on my Apple TV, they automatically connect to the Apple TV. So you can have just one set of headphones or earphones and you can just use it across so many devices without having to manually change, which is amazing. But I think it's Apple's proprietary technology that they don't want to share with others, because then that's kind of their selling point, that if you buy our devices, to lock you into their ecosystem. But other than that, I think I'm really, really happy with this purchase, and I thought I should share with you, those of you who are interested. As usual, my videos are not sponsored and these devices are bought by me, so it's always honest. The last time I gave a not so good review on these H95s, but now I've softened a little and bought these. But as you can see in the background, I have now this. I used to have the Beolit 17, then I bought the Beolit 20, and I think the 17 to me sounded better than the 20 for whatever reason. Maybe it was device to device, or maybe because I used the 17 a lot, the speakers became more flexible and played better. But this thing is another level. It's really amazing. I'll make a separate video about this because I think it deserves its own attention. But once again, thanks for watching, and hope this was of some use in making a decision in what you want to buy. And until the next one.